So what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Stop throwing Farrakhan under the bus for them. Um, Damon John had a tweet about Farrakhan speaking at DMX's funeral, and somehow, because people hear the name Farrakhan, it just anti-Semitic. You said he's anti-Semitic, and he said this thing, those things about. Listen, and then Damon John deletes his tweets. Y'all people are tacky because this ain't the first time the brother's been at somebody's funeral speaking about them and speaking about life and the Bible or scripture or the person, and then all of a sudden, oh, he's anti-Semitic, he's a Farrakhan, oh, he's shut up. It was a funeral. So this why, and for us, people, I got business connections. These people are, man, whatever, man. Those same people who talk all this anti-Semitic stuff, they're the same people that the black Jews, they're racist to them. They're the same one. They're dogs. They're not real. It's the same people. But every time Farrakhan name come up, he's anti-Semitic. You can't be anti-Semitic because to be Semitic is a person who speaks an Afro-Asiatic language, an African or you would say Middle Eastern language, right? So the people from those areas are pretty much African or Middle Eastern, right? The people we call Jews today, that's like Yiddish. They're not Semitic in general. Anti-Semitic doesn't make, it's just like homophobic. It really doesn't make sense when you get down to the etymology of it. But let's just, but for us as a people, forgot this, was it Tamika Mallory? She did the Women's March, and then, oh, you were with Farrakhan, and you went to see Farrakhan, and Farrakhan's anti-Semitic, and shut up. It's no, because we can see Farrakhan's an old man, so Farrakhan is gonna transition and die, because he's like 80-something years old. So when he dies, we already can see it coming. A bunch of white people, he's anti-Semitic, he should burn, blah, 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 blah. Because if he's speaking at other people's funerals and y'all doing this, and it's about the person he was talking about, it's not about you. This is why I say it's tacky and it's trashy and it's BS. Because he wasn't there to worry about you. And people commenting how he spoke about that, it's not about you. And for people, well, y'all said things about him. Yeah, he in our community. Yeah, we got a lot of positive things to say about him. We got some things that we like, oh, I ain't feeling that. That goes with anybody. But people need to stop throwing him under the bus for you clowns. Y'all clowns. Because it has nothing to do with Farrakhan at this particular point. It just has something to do about some knee-jerk reaction to use a phrase to browbeat and bully people into not actually standing with their own people. I mean, talking about the same group that doesn't say a word about what was done to Palestinians in the last 50 years. Not saying a word. So what are you talking about? That would be anti-Semitic, but you know what? But we got to stop throwing Farrakhan under the bus for people like this, And the irony of it is, okay, Jewish people are white people. That's just what it is. So when Farrakhan says things about white people, oh, it's okay. But if he said things about Jewish people, oh, he's anti-Semitic. Won't y'all listen to what he actually said back in the 80s, I believe, in context. Because, for all of these, say a lie, say it say it multiple times, repeat it over and over again, and people believe it. Why don't you listen to what he said? Y'all not finna do that. Because then you be like, what? That's what he said? That's not really. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But for us, we gotta, it comes a point where you gotta just stick together with your own people because they're not doing, they're not, you know, how many of their people have been out of pocket and out of line and they just threw them to the wolves like that? Seriously? How many people have been racist and they just, oh, seriously? You know, so we need to chill out. We need to have some solidarity and unity on that because when when people repeatedly do this stuff, like I said before, it's about the persons who died, and you make it about this. That's narcissistic, man. So stop trying to throw Farrakhan under the bus to cater to narcissistic people who are using somebody else's death to push an agenda. Because those people ain't real to begin with. But I'm done. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Trying peace.